Hi, welcome to this video today, which is our weekly Forex forecast. It's Monday, it's the 19th of August, it's 7 p.m. GMT. Now, in terms of the week ahead, it could be a very interesting one. There's plenty of really good risk-reward trades to go and take a look at, and we'll go and look at them in just a moment. Now, in terms of August so far, it's been our best month of the year, and I'm sure many Forex traders have had a good month as well, just simply because the volatility has started to pick up a little bit, and we hope that continues. Now, in terms of the trade setups, plenty of big trends in motion that have got far further to run in our view, and also many pairs that look like they could have important trend changes or market reversals, which are always trades that interest us because they've always got great risk to reward on them. Now, in terms of the charts, we will go and take a look at them right now, but please, just before we do so, keep in mind, it is my view as of right now. It can of course change in line with the market conditions. If you want all our trading techniques and also our daily technical sentiment analysis of 14 Forex pairs, you can click on the link beneath this video and for a limited period get live access to our member center. Now, it is that time of the day where I'm just doing my PM update for the member center, so I'm going to use the charts from there. So let's go and take a look at some trade setups. Just in our member center, and just very briefly before we go and take a look at the charts, I'm just going to explain how we do our analysis for anyone new watching our videos. If you're already familiar with how we do it, skip forward the next 2 or 3 minutes. Now, in terms of the time frame we time off, it's the daily charts. We don't drop down to lower time frames. We consider that trading noise. We're only after bigger moves in the market, so normally we'll go for at least 200 pips, normally 300, 500 or more, and we've got quite a few of those sorts of trades on at the moment with really decent profits or open profits. Now, because we're after bigger moves, we don't look at price action during the day. We don't screen watch. We basically do our AM update, decide trades and stops and so forth and what to do. Then we won't look at the price action until the New York close. And that's it. So set and forget trading. And also with our charts, we do not want lots of trend lines. We only want big levels that matter to key institutions or players in the market, or where there's going to be a lot of order flow around the levels. And to find those levels, we'll use weekly or monthly charts. We'll see if those levels back up the daily support and resistance levels. If they do, they will become more valid for us. We'll also do a simple study of the fundamentals and sentiment. And in relation to sentiment, great tool for anyone who's a technical trader is the CFTC Net Traders positions, because it tells you where big money is sitting behind the charts. You've got two groups, the speculators and the commercials. The commercials are the smart money. If their positions diverge apart to a significant degree, we would normally go with the commercials. So it can give you a real directional bias, which makes your technical analysis very simple, and you won't have to use many trend lines. So great tool, totally free. If you want to learn more about it, there's a video on our channel called COT Net Traders Indicator. Just look it up. Right, what we'll do first of all is we'll start and look at the majors, and the first pair we're going to look at is going to be Euro USD. It's on Euro USD daily chart, and in terms of this pair, it's not actually very volatile at the moment. Volatility near historical lows, but I think we could see volatility really pick up and a big downtrend develop. I think upside is limited in this pair. Now, regular viewers will know we've been bearish, heavily bearish. We got up to 114. We sold at 113.60. One of our favorite tools is this 20-day moving average here. We're very bearish. We want it to break, and then we will expect prices to fade back to it or not get too far away from it. So you get above it there, down, touches, down. When it came up here, we decided to stop ourselves out at 111.80. So just a couple of hundred pips, but re-enter straight away. Came below the 20, we came in. and then you get kind of tails trying to poke above and stay above the 112 level, but the move's not convincing. We felt the rally would fail, the 20 would give way again. It does, and we've come down. We're just a little bit red tonight, so no real change in the price action today. Sorry. What do I think are good levels to come in? I think if we go up towards the 112 level, you could sell rallies or just wait for a break of this tail at 110.20. I think if you look behind the charts, the storm clouds are kind of gathering for Eurozone. Nearly in recession, central bank going to try cutting rates even more negative. That's bearish the currency. They're going to do more stimulus, heavily bearish the currency. There's a lot of political problems in the background. There's the potential, I think, for Donald Trump, to hit Eurozone with tariffs. That would really see the euro tank. I think the main data this week will be manufacturing PMIs on Thursday. Markets not really looking for much change over last month. I think they could surprise to the downside. Economists, experts, analysts, they keep being too optimistic about Eurozone data, particularly in terms of the PMIs. And I think, again, we could see a surprise to the downside. So a sell on a break lower or back to this zone here. Not the most exciting pair. And for us at the minute, it's on the open profit, it's just about 80 pips. Far more volatile pairs we're going to be looking at in a moment. I've got GBP here as well, but I won't go through this pair in this video, just simply because I covered it in a video yesterday. You can go and take a look at my view there. It hasn't changed since I did the video. Right, moving on to the Australian dollar, which I think is a good long-term short. We got up here, came down, snapped the 20-day moving average, and we expected to move down. It did move down quite nicely. We got all this choppy sideways action, but I think it's going to be hard for the AUD to get much higher. I think we're going a long way to the downside. Now, at the moment it's only 260 odd pips, but I've got a feeling 60, maybe even lower. You're going to get, after a big fall, sometimes some consolidation. You could sell through these candles here coming in fresh and see if she runs. But if you look at the big fundamentals behind the chart, they're just so bearish for the Aussie dollar. They're probably going to have to be cutting interest rates soon. Also, global economy is slowing. We know that. China's slowing up. Major trading partners bearish for the Aussie dollar. Commodity prices going down. Also got nervous market, which I mention frequently. We're always in favour of trading safe currencies over risk at this moment in time. US dollar, second safe haven behind the Japanese yen. And the Aussie, because it's so exposed to the global economy, is a risk currency by default. So it was a nice move down. Hoped for it to continue and rather than do the sideways bit. But I think that sideways action will end very shortly. Good long-term trend in my view. Okay. What do we got next? JPY. This one here, nice big reversal from the 109 level, which you can see our entry. We've got a nice one down, and now we're trying to get back up. But this 107 level, it's a round number. It's going to be tough resistance to take out. And got 20-day moving average there as well. We've got our stop back behind the second level. So again, it's around 200 pips. I think that 107 level is pretty firm. So coming in fresh, I would wait for some weakness or key off the level on weakness. But we could go a long way to the downside in this pair. Yen is, got lots of yen long trades on. We're very bullish. They're doing well. And going forward, I just see everything in the yen's favour. It's a safe currency, and we've got a nervous market. It's deeply oversold. the global economy is not going to turn around anytime quickly to good growth. The slope is accelerating. So that's why I really do favour labouring the point, safe currencies over risk. So, USD and the JPY. So doing okay. No real change in the price action since I did my update. So quiet in this pair. We'll see what happens. But when it does break down, I think it's going to be a big trend. We shall see. Another commodity currency we're bearish off. Sorry, let me get my levels. Canadian dollar. It's come up. It's fairly choppy. Okay. And for us, you got 132 as really good support. Okay, you can see plenty of support at the level. We got 20 right up behind it. There is the second level, and down up to here, I think we'll break this level, go up to 138, 140. Obviously, a risk currency again. We think crude oil is going to break down. So I've got a feeling we could get moving to the upside. I think that's might have firmed up with a bit of luck tonight. So let's have a look. Yeah, it's coming back up. So it is pretty choppy. So you stop too close. So I always stress this in my videos. Normally the second level back. Okay. So if you see an obvious level, okay, then it's probably obvious to the rest of the market. There's going to be a stop cluster. I think that might be an obvious level, 132. So tuck the stop well away from the level and the round number, because you'll get a lot of turbulence around round numbers. So it's doing okay. There are more volatile pairs which we're going to look at. I'm going to look at now one of my favourite long-term trend following trades. I think it's a great trade to be in, and I've got really kind of high hopes for it, so to speak. So let's go and take a look at it. It's going to be Euro JPY. Right, on the Euro JPY, let me make my chart a bit bigger. One of our favourite long-term trend following trades, and we mentioned it frequently in videos recently. It's been a decent move down, 122.50, took the reversal there, come through the 20 holds the rally, again holds the rally. Now we've got some choppy erratic candles, but this blue tried to get to the 20, couldn't, and the 20 I think now should hold rallies. You've got two big bodies there as well. Now I have left my stop back behind 120, so if I get stopped out, I'm only going to make 220 pips, whereas I've got 400 open. Now, in terms of doing this, in long-term trends, we will very often leave our stop back behind the key level. What we might do, we haven't done it yet in this pair, is might take 50% off the table. So bank 50%, put it back in on a rally or on a break to new daily lows, below 117.70. So very often do that because if you're catching big moves, you want to leave your stop back. Certainly when you're trend following a long-term trend behind a key level. That 120 level is a big level. I just want to show it to you on the monthly chart, and you can see it there. You're basically taking out three bodies, last 3 months, and that tail, yeah? So now we're on to the way to the downside, in our view, that monthly candle, nice and bearish. And the potential for us is down towards the 100 level. You can say there's support at 110 in between, but I'm actually looking for it to go even lower than 100. I'll put 80, till I take the monthly chart way back. The euro, such deep problems in the zone, they're only going to get worse. Got the yen on the other side, oversold. Number one safe haven. We think we're going to get more risk off. Everything favours the yen. Okay, so from a long-term perspective, this trade, one of our favourite, well, I've just said it, one of our favourite trend following trades. The yen is a big focus for us. Got some really good moves in the yen against commodity currencies as well, which we'll come to, which have got massive downside on the yen in our view. But this one, yeah, I really like it. That 120 level is going to be difficult to take out. Sell back to 119 on weakness, or just take a break below 117.70. Now I want to look at kind of lesser looked at pair, which I'm very focused on. Yeah, the longer term view, because I think it's got really big upside potential. It's actually a USD pair, and it's a minor. It's USD CZK. I just need to find where I've put it. It's there. So in terms of USD CZK, we'll just scroll down to it. Plenty of USD pairs look good as well at the moment. Just make my chart a bit bigger. This will make more sense when I show you the longer term monthly chart, but we managed to get the reversal on this one as we came through this 20-day moving average. Took it, expected it to act as support. Got nervous on this red candle here because it was quite a big one. I can't remember what the news was around at the time, but I decided to exit the trade. Come down, then she bounces off the 20, so we can come back in. 20-day moving average is just, I find it just so useful. You probably tell that by the amount of times I talk about it, but great tool. Anyway, bounce off the 20, get back above 23, we're back in. And now we're kind of loitering with intent, for want of a better phrase, looking for a break to new daily highs. This 20-day moving average, first level support to hold pullbacks and stop back behind here. Now, when you look at the monthly chart, you can see the potential. USD CZK. Because we've broken out to the upside. You can just see it there. 1, 2, 3 candle body. Where's the tail? 3 candle bodies. The body of this monthly is sitting above what was resistance, and we're now looking for a push on to the upside. So really to 126. Okay, I'll explain the fundamentals behind this pair briefly in a moment, because that's why we're looking for 26. Don't have to risk much, only really risking the kind of body of the candle. So it's really big upside potential. Okay, reason why we're so bearish or bullish of the USD on the CZK is because Czech krona is a risk currency. Also, it's a euro correlated currency. Well, if we think the euro is going down, very often the actual euro correlated currencies go down quicker. So it's always good to have an exposure in them if you're bearish euro. But also they're risk currencies if we get a big move from risk off. So they'll get hurt anyway, even if the euro doesn't go down. So it's a lesser looked at pair. I mentioned it in a video last week. I think it's got great long-term potential. And yeah, I made the point before, in terms of the more minor pairs, you've got less speculative interest. So the trends tend to be a bit smoother. Okay, so a really good USD pair. Look at some more frequently looked at pairs now. So let's just shift to another page and we'll look at some more USD pairs. First US dollar pair. I'm just going to look at this one briefly because I've done a full video on it because I really like the look of it. It's USD Turkish lira, nice volatile pair. And big downtrend, pokes through the 20, can't get through. Then the big sell-off, trying to get through again. Now nice big blue through. Fundamentals are terrible for Turkey. I think we're going back up towards 620, then off the top of the screen to 7. This is a really fast moving pairing. Watch my full video, but that's near enough a 2% move. Yeah, if we get up to 620, I think it's 10.78% with no leverage on the trade, and up to second target is 24%. It's a lesser looked at pair. If you want to check it out, yeah, my view in full, just check the video before this one. But most brokers have got it on their platform, so it's a good one. We always like trading volatile pairs, and a lot of our profits come from the more minor currencies. Right, let's move on to the next one. I'm just going to dwell on this one briefly. It's a euro correlated currency, and I mentioned USD Czech krona earlier on. Some brokers might not have it. Brokers vary, but brokers will normally have one of the three Eastern European proxies. This is the Hungarian Florent. Okay, got a nice move up, stopped out below the 20, did our usual, came back in. And I think it's going to new highs and up to weekly resistance. There's another pair which I'm not going to look at in this video, which is USD PLN, which also looks good. All three look good, but I think, the three of them, possibly USD Czech krona, is my favourite, but they all look good. Now let's have a look at a pair which is a more looked at pair, and this looks a great trade to me. It's NZD USD, so you've got a risk currency against a safe, and we've got a nice entry, 66.70. Take out the 20. We haven't been back to it yet, and we're down at just around 64. It's moved slightly lower since I've done this video, so 270 pips so far. But I've got monthly support at 60, but I'm actually going to extend this, and just look at this monthly chart. You see the bodies here, two, and now we've sliced them out. So we've basically gone through the major level of 65, okay, which has held for how many months? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Well, it's 12 months, isn't it? So it's first break below in over a year. It's a nice break. Going back to 2008 lows at 50. So I'm extending that target for anyone who follows this pair with me. I like this candle here because it's a nice big volatile candle. It's a defining candle for me. And when you get a defining candle, what I mean is you can look at the news event. What caused it? Well, it was New Zealand cutting rates by more than expected. Well, sure, you can rally back and retrace a bit of the move, but you're unlikely to get above the body. So I've stuck the stop back behind the body and the 20-day moving average. Coming off the level a little bit lower. We break through 64 off to the downside, any rallies back are selling opportunities. I think, the commodity currencies short on the USD, short on the yen as well. We'll look at a few pairs in a second. Great trades, and I'm also liking the look of the GBP on the commodity currencies as well. And I'll look at one of those as well as we go down my page. Yes, here's another Euro proxy. This one is an Eastern European one. It's basically the Swedish krona, USD SDK, but it's nice and volatile. Comes up quite nicely through the 20 there. Reversal back above. And now we're looking to break out to new daily highs. Now, in terms of this one, we do like proxies. I treat the Eastern European one slightly different to the SEK. The Swedish krona's got such terrible fundamentals behind it. I don't actually even have a level to aim at because we'll be at new multi-year highs. But the way I've sort of computed it, from other pairs I've looked at over the years, and basically how the fundamentals look, I've got a target of 10. So up here at the top of my screen, and I think we could get there. And just like the Euro proxies. What do we got next? This is a good long-term trend, okay? This is one which basically, it's kind of like a slower or less volatile Euro JPY. You can see it. It comes down, 20 holds it, 20 holds it, 20 holds it, and weak. So my big exposure is in the yen against the euro rather than this pair, because this pair is quite slow moving. Okay, it's not as volatile, so I prefer the more volatile pairs. But since we've been looking at it, it's done really well. We've had a few trades in it since it was back here. Had huge commercial smart money selling, and they were right. As soon as it went through the 20's held it quite well. It's still got more downside. Nearly at the first target, 108. think she should run on to 106. So less volatile alternative to the yen. What do we got next? AUD JPY. Done plenty of it. Sorry, lost my chart. Where'd it go? Here we go. Followed this one for a good while. Again, heavy commercial selling. We hit it when it was up here, and had a few trades in it. Comes down quite nicely, bit of sideways, then the tumble which we caught, stopped ourselves out on that blue, and we're still, well, we're in the trade again, and she is blue and she is trying to break up, but that's 74 level, big monthly level as well, is going to be tough to take out. So for me, if I wasn't in, she came back through the 71.70 level. I think it's a sell, going down to at least 60, could even overrun to 50. I put my stop a little bit too close. I got clipped by a few pips on that big blue, but it soon faded. So yeah, first level of resistance is obviously this level here with the 20. Candle tail, poke high there, two bodies. Big monthly level. If you're looking for a good long-term trend, I think this one's a good one. CAD JPY, kind of almost identical, really. You can see it's slightly different, but you got the big blue and then the red. First level, same as the previous. Second level, 20. Stop back behind there. Going down to 70. So again, about 1,000 pips. Yeah, both pairs very similar. There's also NZD JPY, which actually, these two we were stopped out on the blue and come back in. NZD, I'm not going to look at it here because it's a very similar sort of trade setup, but managed to stay in that one, so it's our biggest open profit. Let's have a look at a couple of GBP pairs. Such I did do a GBP video yesterday, but I didn't cover these pairs. Now GBP, there's heavy smart money buying of the pound, okay, and the speculators are heavily short, and you do have quite erratic price action. But I think tonight we should see, what do we want? GBP, AUD, and I'm on the monthly chart, which I want to go to the daily. You see, after this reversal here, you get a big move up, and the reversal, then we kind of group around the 20-day moving average. Now we're pushing away. I think it looks a good trade. So basically around here again now, aren't we? Not too much risk on this one. I just think you need to risk it. Well, you can see my stop, 177.30. I've left it well back from that tail there. But, you know, up to the highs, which I think it could do. Obviously, you have to manage this one as it goes because of all the Brexit hysteria. But the pound just so deeply oversold. And, yeah, looks like it's going up to us. This one is very similar. GBP NZD, not quite as erratic as the previous one, but it's a good move up so far. Wonder if that one's blue tonight. Let's have a look. Yeah, she looks like she wants to break up as well at 189.44. So a couple of hundred pips in this one. You got to keep your eye on Brexit, but yeah, going back to chart highs. In my video on the GBP, I featured it on the Euro, which I think is a good trade as well. A Euro short in GBP, and I also did GBP CAD, which looks really nice. You can check my previous video out and see which one you like the best. In terms of the commodity currencies, from our point of view, we just are bullish on the GBP on all of them. So we'll just decide our risk and divide it between the three trades. Okay, we think they're all going up. We're not sure which is going to go up the most. So just in case we pick one, it doesn't move or something like that, we've done all three. So yeah, there's some trades. I'm trying to think if there's any more trades I'm going to add in tonight. No, I think in terms of what we've looked at, JPY long, just really great as a trend following trade. USD on the majors, and a lot of those more minor currencies are well worth looking at as well. The two big safe currencies, and I think the GBP for a turn. Yeah, yen and dollar trades over the last month we've done very, very well in. Pound got nothing really out of it. We're starting to get some profit out of it now. Just want to see if we can get really good profit, because the pound is so oversold. It's got the feeling it's going to go with real traction to the upside. But we're watching all the Brexit saga in the member centre and updating our view daily as per usual. But good few trades to look at. And yeah, I think the markets are interesting. They're volatile. And some really good trade setups around. And like I said, I think in the intro to this video, just hope the volatility continues. I think it will. I think, just I'll finish up with, we just got very nervous nervous financial markets. And it's just like something big is going to happen. Yeah, I think the global economy and global financial system is in so much trouble that we could just see the big volatility, or even bigger than we had in 2008. If we get that, then that's a massive profit opportunity, and we would get it just if it came, because we're doing mostly safe over risk currencies. We are doing safe over risk currencies, but good trading conditions. Let's hope they continue. Thank you very much for watching me as per usual. Take care and have a good day.